Hello. Welcome back to another Novosphere slash discussion slash Atmos uh, token holder community update. We need a shorter title, but welcome back. It is February 9th, and it's time for us to give you a rundown of what we've been up to. Today I have Paul with me, and we also have Butler and Brian listening in. But yeah, so we're gonna break it down to three parts: marketing, development, and roadmap. Starting with marketing development. So I did a interview with Girl Gone Crypto, trying to reach out to the broader audience. Her audience is interesting because most of them don't have an EOS account. So by pointing them to discussions, hopefully they'll be interested in what we're doing with discussions or any of our partners, and will register and become a user on the platform. So I'm gonna have another two interviews coming this week as well. I'm gonna have an interview with Blue and Matt. And the last thing we have on the agenda is for the meme contest, which we've been getting a little bit more entry lately. But if you haven't already participated, feel free to do so. There is 20,000 Atmos on the line if you do win. So on to development. So last week we told you that we are freezing the code base, making sure that we factor the code base so that it is easier to maintain long term, and that fix a lot of the bugs. Maybe you have experienced discussions.app going down a few times this week. That would no longer be the case once the stable version is ready, which it should be in the next 2 to 3 days. If you can't wait that long and you want to see what's new that's coming, you could visit the beta site. The beta site, we're now repurposing it for testing out experimental features and kind of UI elements that we are tweaking. So check out beta.discussions.app if you want to get the latest of discussions. You want to experience it before everybody else. And if you have been missing notifications, we're also working on that, and that should be fixed with the stable version. Now we're gonna have Paul to come talk about Atmos staking. So, Paul.
Yeah. So just one more thing too, in terms of our development. So going forward, the process is going to be discussions.app will house the stable release. We'll be working continuously on the beta site. Once that's good, we essentially push that code to discussions.app, and then the process repeats itself. So you always have the latest and greatest, although it won't be stable on beta, and then discussions will hopefully just be the stable, usable version, and as bug free as possible. So yes, on to staking. So staking is coming soon. We are still working out the exact details, but what we can release today in terms of information is that the initial phase of staking will just be sending Atmos to a unified ID, and you'll be staking. That's as simple as it gets. So the exact percentages and the amount in the staking pool that we'll be starting with for that kind of basic version, we're still determining, but we're trying to encourage people to get their unified ID established, get their Atmos into the system, and start kind of understanding what this unified ID system is like, because it's a little bit different than what they've been used to in the past. So so that's coming soon, and we'll be updating you with the specific what the specific numbers are, but we wanted to give everyone the heads up now so that they can get their unified ID established and get comfortable with the system, get comfortable with the way the wallet works, and be ready for that. So looking forward to it myself, because I think it's going to be a good driver for participation on the forum. Once you have a unified ID, once you have Atmos, it's going to make it kind of a no-brainer to participate.
Yeah, I am definitely gonna transfer most of my Atmos to my unified ID as well. So I am excited about that. I think that's about it in terms of what we've been working on. What do you think, Paul?
I think that kind of covers everything.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but we've been very busy. So just so you know.
No, I mean it's what it is. It's development. Yeah. It's a lot of under the hood things, and
scheduling meetings, getting canceled, rescheduling meetings, writing documents, fun stuff.
Yeah, Well, maybe some discussion a little bit in terms of the partners who have come on board.
Oh, yes.
Do you have any updates in terms of how, in terms of Unified ID getting implemented? Are they, is there been kind of movement on that?
Yeah, so the partners are very excited to make use of Unify ID. We are working out the details because right now Unify ID only transacts tokens. We are looking to, Brutler could give a much better overview of this, but we are working to add another key that is tied to account data, and so that we could store more than just the token amount on that account. So we could like store, let's say, what's someone's Twitter handle, what's someone's LinkedIn profile, and have that verify on chain, if you will, and tie that in with, the other social media platforms. So.
Right. Yeah. So and this is the kind of thing where we're working closely with these partners and figuring out where their pain points are and what we can do to help, make Unified ID work for them really well. So that's and correct me if I'm wrong. That's sort of tied to this ambassador program that we're going to be rolling out.
Yes. Yeah, so it's along the same lines. Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's that's where I think we'll see an influx of people who have now Unified IDs, because suddenly that becomes the project that they're interested in. Implements Unified ID, which makes it easier for them to use, and they don't have to manage resources, and they don't have to do all the stuff that's problematic with using the main chain. And suddenly, that's a user who may not have really ever heard of discussions, never heard of ATMOS, and suddenly they're using our technology. So I think that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. So yeah, this is gonna be a quick overview. Just keep an eye out for the details next week. When the interviews come out, like it, share it, make sure it spreads. Send it to your grandmother. If she could put in 12 words, she could have a Unified ID and start collecting ATMOS. So that should be fun.
Oh, and enter the meme contest.
And enter the meme contest.
It's a lot of ATMOS at stake, and it's it's a meme. You never know.
Yes.
Not that many entries right now. You can definitely win.
Indeed.
You put some effort.
And it's good to kind of throw some shade at voice as well. That should be fun.
Exactly.
Okay, I should stop talking before I get in trouble. Again.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night, and see you guys next week.